Hey, so it's Lindsay, and instead of propping you up, I'm going to carry you today. So, we're in the woods, and I felt like this was a great place to discuss my experience skydiving yesterday for you all, and actually go into a little bit of detail about that, and I'm really excited actually. I'm so sorry that this might be shaky because I'm holding you. I did not intend to hold you, but when I propped you up against a tree, the light was right in my eyes, and I was like, oh, I can't talk. So, for those of you all just tuning in, I'm Lindsay, and this is my vlog. And for those of you all who continue to keep watching, I don't really know why. Thank you for being here. Your support and love is all that I need. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about skydiving yesterday, which was absolutely amazing and completely mind-blowing and just all around a life-changing experience. And I, at this point, am going to go again, and I think that everybody should go. But yesterday was just it started off a little crazy. On my drive down there was a really big overcast, and I've done a lot of research on skydiving in the last couple of weeks preparing for this moment, so I knew that if there was too bad of overcast, we could be delayed because the planes can't see. So I called down there, and we were on a delay, which put me, I was supposed to jump at 2 o'clock, and I didn't get to jump till almost 4:30. So it put me a little bit back, but it's okay, because I was kind of freaked out, thinking I wasn't going to get to jump, but I made it down there, and I did get to jump, and that's what matters. I did. So the closer I got, my GPS, was making my heart just pound and pound and pound. I'm 5 minutes away now. I'm pretty nervous. I'm pretty freaked out. So I'm having anxiety thinking about it. So I got pretty anxious. I will not lie. So for those of you who, have stayed in touch with me and, keep up with what's going on in my life, a couple of weeks ago, I got baptized. It was more of a month and a half ago now, but I got baptized, and I've found my journey and faith with God. And so I prayed. I prayed the night before. I prayed the whole way down there. I literally prayed this whole way up in this plane, Lord, please help me. Okay, so we get there. They get us all put in these suits, and they're going over, we're in a class, they're teaching us about them. They're teaching us about the parachutes and altitudes, what's going on. So we're learning all of this stuff, and I'm trying to take it in at the same time that my heart is just pounding. The guy is talking, and I'm trying so hard to focus, and then in the back of my head, there's a little voice going, you're about to get on a plane. You're about to jump out of a plane. You're about to get on a plane. You're about to jump out of a plane. And I'm just kind of at that point, I felt very insane. I was are you really going to do this? So we finally, we go to get out in the plane, and I'm talking about, this is a little plane. This is no commercial plane I see in movies or I see at airports. I've never been on a plane, so I'm just freaking out about the plane in general. So we go to get on the plane, and it's little. It's so little. There's only 5 of us in it. We're sitting on each other's laps, and I look at them, and I'm like, so are we going to close the door? They start laughing. There is no door. There's no door. Mm-mm. My foot is on the edge of the plane, and almost sticking out. It is basically my little pinky toe and my other little toe are sticking out of this plane the whole time that we go up to 10,000 feet. Pretty crazy for my first ever time on a plane. So it was, but let me tell you, it was beautiful. The whole time I'm looking up, I'm literally looking down at the ground oh my goodness, I'm getting farther and farther away. I see more and more trees. I see lakes, cars and things are this small. I've never been on a plane before. I'm literally just mind blown at this time. I'm flabbergasted. I don't have good words. It was so beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful. So we get up. It takes us 20, 30 minutes to get up there, and I definitely don't know why I thought this, but I thought it would only take 5 minutes to get that high. I didn't think I was going to be in this plane very long, and I was, but I was in it long enough to where I started to get comfortable. I was okay, this isn't that bad. This is cool. I enjoy this. I definitely think I'll be taking more plane trips now. That was pretty cool. And it could only be cooler in a plane where I'm sit back, relaxed, not with a guy in my lap. So, yeah. So, it's me. There's 2 guys by themselves. They're jumping by themselves. And then there's another person who also came by themselves. They didn't have any friends like me. They didn't have any friends, or their friends bailed, whatever happened. They were by themselves, and they were tandem strapped to somebody. And I was tandem strapped to somebody. So it's all of us in this plane. And the first 2 go out, and they go out at a lower altitude than us. And I'm just kind of whoa, they just just jumped out of a plane, and it looks like they just get sucked out, like, whew, really fast. So I'm actually the last person to go out of this plane. The guy in front of me, you know, we're over 10,000 feet now. We're getting close to 11. And they're like, it's time to jump. It's time to jump. And the guys going in front of me, all of them are. So they all get out. They're all jumping. And then it's my turn. And, like, I don't know how to explain. When he puts me on the outside of the plane and I know we are about to go, that initial 2 seconds right there was the only bit of fear that I experienced. And it was only because I knew that I was leaving the plane. That is the only reason that I feared anything. And within those 2 seconds of me letting go, I knew going into this, I prepared myself. I wanted to face my fear. That was so important for me to not have fear. I knew that I had to have faith, and I had to have faith that I was going to be completely okay. And that is how I felt about it. I knew I would hit the ground and I would have the most beautiful and uplifting, amazing, and blissful experience ever. And that is exactly what I did. And I'm so happy for that because it was absolutely amazing. Like, I will do this again, and I cannot wait to do it again. So we get on the outside of the plane, and the minute that he lets go, we flip. We flip forward, and that, I will say, it doesn't feel like a roller coaster, but the mindset you have on a roller coaster when you know you're about to drop, that's where my head was for 2 seconds. Once the flip is over and I'm like hanging at that point like this, and I'm looking down, and you are free falling, you don't feel it in your stomach. You don't feel fear. Well, I didn't feel fear. So I'm looking down, and I think it's the most beautiful thing, and I'm trying to take it all in because your free fall is over like that. Like, before you realize, because you think 50 to 60 seconds without falling, it's not that long. And it's not that long because when you're in the sky, it happens so fast. But you really are falling for about 50 seconds to a minute. I'm free falling. And it's intense. Like, I'm taking it in, and then he pulls the parachute. And once the parachute's pulled, then, like, we float. And then you have the ability to, like, navigate your parachute because you have these arm things on you. And you can go this way or this way. And we sat there and did a bunch of donuts. And I went through a cloud, which was so awesome. And the whole thing was so beautiful. Looking over the land, just seeing the earth below. I'm above clouds. Like, I'm above clouds right now in the air. I actually got to take my goggles off after our parachute was pulled, which was so crazy. Like, it was absolutely just the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I felt like I was flying. I want to do it again. Your adrenaline is going, and it's just, like, so freaking beautiful. Like, you know that God just created all of this land and all of these clouds and all of these things, and I just jumped out of a plane on, like, looking down at them. We, as humans, don't ever get to see that. We don't get to experience that. We don't even know what that is like. And I did. I did it all by myself. I drove myself there. I drove myself home. I did it. It was so beautiful and so wonderful and so worth it. And I would do it again. It was amazing. The feeling that it brought me afterwards. Like, you have no idea how proud of myself I am. I feel inspired to do more things because I knew I had that in me. I knew I had it because I went and did it. But, like, to think about it before, like, I don't know if I can do that. To know that I did that, like, makes me feel inspired to go do more things, to set more things. So I actually, because of this, I started a list called my 30 before 30. I put a couple of things on there that I've already done that were pretty big accomplishments to me, like going to New York City, skydiving, getting on a plane, and I've already jumped off a bridge. So I've done some really crazy things. I just like crazy, okay? So I marked a couple things off, and then I made this really long list. And I'm so excited because I think that after yesterday, all of these things are going to start coming really fast. Like, I feel like you all are about to see me go on a journey of a lifetime and completely just blow my expectations of fear out of the way. Like, I will not lie, when I was done skydiving, the people there told me, like, my attitude for it was so great. They were like, we could see you being a skydiver one day. And I actually have so far looked into some more skydiving classes. Like, I'm really interested in doing this again. It was so life-changing and so just absolutely amazing, and the adrenaline from it was nuts. But overall, just the absolute seeing my world in a different pair of eyes and facing fear that way, and facing fear doing it alone. Because how often do you not go do something that you want to do because your friends will not go with you? Like, how often do you wait and worry about something because nobody wants to be right beside you? Do it alone. I just proved to myself yesterday exactly how far I can go alone. And, you know, it wasn't really a big surprise because, like, if you all know me, I'm a very independent person. But it's just like, I have a whole new outlook on life today, I feel like. And not that it's by far extremely different from yesterday's, but my mind feels so much more open to the possibilities without fear holding me still. Because all that fear was, that fear of falling, that fear of plummeting to your death that you have from skydiving, all that is an illusion in your head. That's not, like, it's so beautiful and so amazing, and something that's everybody needs to go experience that with the open mindset of facing fear and seeing something so beautiful. Because the only way you are going to get a life worth experiencing out of anything is by escaping your comfort zone. And once you leave your comfort zone, that's when there is endless possibilities to what can become and what you can become and what your potential could be. It starts right in that moment, and then you can take off with it. Like, I have this overwhelming feeling that I did something completely crazy yesterday, and it's just about to blossom and open up so many doors for me. And I'm just filled with so much positivity. And somebody told me, they said, do you feel invincible at this point? And I said, I definitely feel like fear cannot defeat me. I can look fear right in the face and tell it that I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I've put some pretty crazy things on my 30 before 30 list, but I don't want to tell you all my list. What I want to do is, by checking each thing off, I want it to be an event that I share with you all that way. That way you're not anticipating, like, oh, what's she going to do next? Like, then it just happens and you all are aware of it as it's happening. And I have some pretty cool things on there. And I'm really excited about the journey that this is about to take me down. I also feel like I will continue to skydive for the rest of my life. I want to skydive above Hawaii and the Grand Canyon now. Like, those are my two big places that I want to skydive over. And I will say that one day I really, really, really hope my son will want to jump out of a plane, because I would love to jump out of a plane with my son. That would be amazing and fill my heart with so much joy to see that with my child. Like, that's just crazy. So I'm so overwhelmingly filled with joy and excitement. I feel like I very much got the experience that I wanted and that I needed to go do. I'm glad that I went through this, and I just can't thank everybody enough for all the love and support and all the positivity that I've received from all of you all. You all are seriously so wonderful, and I'm going to hop off here, because, you know, it's Sunday night and it's about that time. But I love you all, and you have a great evening, and I'll be seeing you soon.